Hello and welcome to English Fluency, the podcast for learners who want to speak English with more confidence, more joy, and more success in their daily lives. I'm Tom, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you're here with me today. Whether you're listening from Brazil, Vietnam, Spain, Russia, Thailand, Indonesia, or anywhere else in the world, I want you to know that you're in the right place. I'm here to help you speak English more naturally, more confidently, step by step, day by day. I will be speaking slowly and clearly throughout this entire episode so you can follow me easily and repeat after me whenever I ask you to practice. In today's special episode, we're going to discover 5 incredible English-speaking secrets that will completely transform the way you learn and use English. These aren't just tips. These aren't just suggestions. These are powerful secrets that I've discovered after teaching thousands of students from around the world for over 10 years. I've seen students go from being terrified to speak English to having confident conversations with native speakers in just a few months. I've watched shy learners become fluent speakers who use English for work, travel, and making international friends. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how they did it. These secrets work for everyone. It doesn't matter if you live in a small town where nobody speaks English. It doesn't matter if you've never traveled to an English-speaking country. It doesn't matter if you feel nervous or embarrassed when you try to speak. These secrets will change everything for you. So let's begin this incredible journey together. Are you ready? Let's start with secret number 1. Secret number 1. Think like a baby, not like a student. This might sound strange, but listen carefully. When babies learn their first language, they don't study grammar rules. They don't memorize vocabulary lists. They don't worry about making mistakes. This is exactly the opposite of how successful language learning works. Here's what you should do instead. Start thinking like a baby. Listen to English every single day. Copy what you hear. Don't worry about understanding everything. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just focus on communication. Let me give you a practical example. Instead of studying the past tense rules for 2 hours, listen to stories in English and notice how people naturally use past tense. Instead of memorizing 50 new words from a list, learn 5 words that you actually need and use them in real conversations. Let's practice this baby-like approach right now. I'm going to say some simple sentences, and I want you to repeat them like a baby would, with curiosity, without fear, just copying the sounds. I love learning English. Now you repeat. English makes me happy. Now you repeat. I'm getting better every day. Now you repeat. Perfect. That's the baby mindset. Curious, fearless, and focused on communication. Secret number 2. Use the magic power of emotion. Here's something that language schools never teach you. Your emotions are the most powerful learning tool you have. When you feel strong emotions while learning English, your brain remembers everything much better. Think about this. Do you remember boring grammar lessons from school? Probably not. But do you remember the English song that made you cry? Do you remember the English movie that made you laugh? Do you remember the English video that made you excited? Of course you do. This is because emotion creates memory. When you connect English with positive emotions, you learn faster, remember longer, and speak more naturally. So how can you use this secret? Choose English content that makes you feel something. Watch English movies that excite you. Listen to English music that moves you. Read English stories that inspire you. Talk about topics in English that you're passionate about. Let me share a story about my student, Carlos from Spain. For months, he struggled with English grammar and vocabulary. He studied hard but made very slow progress. Then one day, he discovered English football podcasts. He loved football, so listening to these podcasts made him excited and happy. Within 3 months, his English improved dramatically because he was learning with emotion, not just with his mind. Let's practice connecting English with positive emotions right now. I want you to think about something that makes you really happy. Maybe it's your family, your hobby, your dreams, or your favorite food. Now let's talk about it in English. I feel happy when I think about my family. Now you repeat. My favorite hobby makes me excited. Now you repeat. I have wonderful dreams for my future. Now you repeat. Excellent. Can you feel how different that was? When you speak English about things you care about, it feels natural and powerful. Secret number 3. Create your personal English world. Most English learners make this huge mistake. They only use English during study time. Maybe 1 hour a day, maybe 3 times a week. But successful English speakers do something completely different. They create an English world around themselves. What do I mean by this? I mean surrounding yourself with English in your daily life so much that English becomes natural, not foreign. You make English a part of who you are, not just something you study. Here's how to create your personal English world, even if you live in a non-English speaking country. First, change your phone settings to English. You look at your phone maybe 100 times a day. Every time you see English words like message, settings, camera, photos, you're learning without studying. Second, think in English about your daily activities. When you wake up, think, good morning, it's time to get up. When you eat breakfast, think, this coffee tastes delicious. When you go to work, think, I'm ready for a good day. These simple thoughts train your brain to work in English automatically. Third, talk to yourself in English. I know this sounds crazy, but it works incredibly well. When you're alone at home, describe what you're doing in English. I'm cooking dinner. I'm washing dishes. I'm watching TV. This gives you speaking practice without needing another person. Fourth, write short messages to yourself in English. Instead of writing your shopping list in your native language, write it in English. Instead of making notes in your language, make them in English. Small actions like these create big changes over time. Let's practice creating your English world right now. I want you to describe what you're doing at this moment in English. I'm listening to an English podcast. Now you repeat. I'm learning amazing English secrets. Now you repeat. I'm sitting comfortably and focusing on English. Now you repeat. Wonderful! This is how you bring English into your real life. Secret number 4. Master the art of chunking. This secret is incredibly powerful, but most people don't know about it. Instead of learning individual words, learn chunks of words that go together naturally. Native speakers don't think word by word. They think in chunks, in phrases, in natural combinations. For example, don't just learn the word take. Learn chunks like take care, take time, take a break, take it easy, take responsibility. Don't just learn make. Learn make sense, make progress, make a decision, make friends, make a difference. When you learn chunks instead of single words, 3 amazing things happen. First, you sound more natural because you're using combinations that native speakers actually use. Second, you speak faster because your brain doesn't need to build sentences word by word. Third, you understand better because you recognize common patterns in English. Let me teach you some incredibly useful chunks that you can start using immediately. These are chunks that native speakers use
every single day. For expressing opinions, I think that, in my opinion. It seems to me, I believe that. Let's practice. I think that learning English is exciting. Now you repeat. In my opinion, practice makes perfect. Now you repeat. For daily activities, get ready, have breakfast, go to work, come back home, spend time. Let's practice. I get ready for work every morning. Now you repeat. I spend time with my family in the evening. Now you repeat. For emotions, feel excited, feel confident, feel proud, feel grateful, feel motivated. I feel excited about improving my English. Now you repeat. I feel confident when I practice every day. Now you repeat. Can you see how natural and smooth these chunks sound? This is because you're learning English the way native speakers actually use it. Secret number 5, embrace the power of mistakes. This is perhaps the most important secret of all. Most English learners are terrified of making mistakes. They think mistakes are bad, embarrassing, something to avoid. But here's the truth that will change everything for you. Mistakes are your best friends in learning English. Every mistake you make is valuable information. Every mistake teaches you something important. Every mistake brings you one step closer to fluency. The students who make the most mistakes and learn from them become the best English speakers. I want to tell you about my student Yuki from Japan. When she started learning English, she was so afraid of making mistakes that she barely spoke at all. She would think for minutes before saying one simple sentence. Her progress was very slow because she wasn't practicing enough. Then I taught her this secret. Mistakes are gifts. Every mistake is a gift that shows you exactly what you need to improve. After learning this, Yuki started speaking much more. Yes, she made many mistakes, but she learned from each one. Within 6 months, her English improved more than it had in the previous 2 years. Here's how to embrace mistakes like a champion. First, celebrate your mistakes. When you make a mistake, say, "Great, I just learned something new." Second, write down your common mistakes and practice the correct versions. Third, don't be afraid to speak, even if you're not sure it's correct. Speaking with mistakes is much better than not speaking at all. Fourth, remember that native speakers make mistakes too. They say they forget words, they start sentences and change them in the middle. Perfect English doesn't exist, even for native speakers.
Let's practice the champion mindset right now. I want you to say these confident phrases after me. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Now you repeat. Mistakes help me learn faster. Now you repeat. Every mistake makes me stronger. Now you repeat. I speak English with confidence, not perfection. Now you repeat. Beautiful. This is the mindset that will make you unstoppable in English. Now, let me give you a practical action plan to use all 5 secrets starting today. For secret 1, thinking like a baby. Spend 30 minutes today listening to English content you enjoy. Don't worry about understanding everything. Just listen and enjoy. For secret 2, using emotion. Choose one English video, song, or story that makes you feel excited or happy. Experience it today. For secret 3, creating your English world. Change one thing in your environment to English today. Maybe your phone settings, maybe your social media language, maybe your notebook for writing to-do lists. For secret 4, learning chunks. Choose 5 useful chunks from today's episode and practice them out loud 10 times each. For secret 5, embracing mistakes. Make a promise to yourself that you will speak English for at least 5 minutes today, even if you make mistakes. I want to leave you with this powerful thought. You don't need to live in London or New York to speak excellent English. You don't need perfect grammar to communicate effectively. You don't need to study for hours every day to make great progress. What you need is the right approach, the right mindset,
and consistent daily practice. You have everything you need right where you are. You can become a confident English speaker starting today with these 5 secrets. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker once struggled with basic words. Every confident person once felt nervous. The difference is that they kept going, they kept practicing, and they kept believing in themselves. You can do this too. I believe in you completely. Your English journey is going to be amazing, and I'm honored to be part of it. In our next episode, we're going to explore the 5 most powerful English phrases that will make people want to continue conversations with you. These are phrases that create connection, show interest, and make you sound like a natural English speaker. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Thank you for your commitment to improving your English. Thank you for believing that you can achieve your English goals. Until next time, keep practicing these 5 secrets, keep speaking with confidence, and remember that every single day you practice, you're getting closer to the English fluency you dream of. Take care, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now, and keep shining in English.